Hey everyone, today I wanted to make a video for Sunsebb's challenge. He's celebrating his 20th anniversary since I believe he said when he met his wife. It's actually kind of a interesting coincidence for me. Today is actually my 15th year anniversary with my wife since we've been married. So congratulations to you, and hopefully we'll make it to 20 years at some point. But the part of his video that he wanted us to talk about our favorite lock and give it a shot at picking it. So this isn't all of my locks, but this is sort of a good variety of what I've got here. I've got some locks like this the Sesame Corbin that my parents had for many years. It's a combination lock. I've never actually tried to decode it. I might try that someday. When I started getting into picking, I bought one of these revolvers. It's not exactly a lock, but I've gotten a lot of practice out of this guy, and I do like it a lot. It's fun to play with. Can't say I'm very fond of the Master number 3s. This one's a really old one. It's my first video on YouTube. Shows me picking this guy. I actually find these pretty difficult to single pin pick. Actually, there's not a lot of feedback. I've shown this one before. This is an American 3600. I actually like this one a lot. I'm kind of fond of brass locks, and this one takes a standard Schlage key, which I'm actually much more comfortable picking, probably because I've spent so much time playing with the revolver. So I do like the American 3600. I've got your standard American 1100. I've got a video of me picking this American 1200. This one's pretty cool. I actually don't really even know what model this is, but it's an American, and it's all brass. And like I said, I don't know. There's something aesthetic about a brass lock to me that is pretty cool. I know it's not the best material for a shackle, but that's a pretty cool lock. I actually have a ton of these. I got a good deal on them, and I do like them. Once again, brass body 5560s. I've got, these are, I think, somewhat common, just an American 5200. This is an American, I want to say, I think this is 200, series 200. Anyways, so this is just sort of a variety of my locks, and like I said, I'm sort of more partial to the brass locks. Obviously, I've got a bunch of Americans, but another interesting coincidence happened yesterday where I got this bad boy. So this was from a challenge from the Lock Pickers United channel, and I was one of the lucky winners. So this is a Mako 429. It's a limited edition. I got number 16 out of 25. I was lucky to win this. And it's got this is engraved into the Lock Pickers United logo. So if I had to pick one lock right now that I couldn't live without and that I wouldn't give away, I think it's going to have to be this one, because how cool is this, right? How cool is it to have a lock that's been specially sort of made for the lock pickers? So I'll admit that I'll go into this in a minute, but this is probably a little bit above my skill. But it doesn't hurt to try and give it a shot at picking it, and maybe we'll get something open. All right, so if you're not familiar with S-Fix, you got two keys, a control key and an operating key. So this one says CLPU. This one says KLPU. I actually don't know what K is supposed to stand for, if anybody knows. But C, I assume, is the control key, and this is the operating key. And they have an F on there. I don't know if that means that's an F keyway. So the C key, control key, stick this guy in, and you can pull the core out. It works by turning this little I don't know what you call that, notch on the side, which catches on the inside there, and the operating key, as you would expect, actually rotates the core. And just in case I'm lucky to get this guy open, you can see it's got 7 pins in there. So I've never picked anything more than a 6-pin lock, and these Makos have security pins. So like I said, this is probably going to be a challenge for me. But we'll try. So what makes these hard is because there's control and an operating, there's actually 2 shear lines. And I've never tried picking one of these before, but what I've seen, I think Georgia Jim recommend, is that if you tension counterclockwise, it will only rotate or allow rotation at the operating shear line. And so since you can't mix and match, the pins between the shear lines, this sort of simplifies it to be basically just a 7-pin lock. Now the fact that there's 2 shear lines and you can't mix and match normally just in itself makes these small format interchangeable core locks hard to pick. But these Makos also have security pins. And I've seen some videos, it's not even just, the only thing I've dealt with so far is just spools and serrated pins. But I think these have, T-pins, and I guess I've also dealt with mushrooms. That revolver has mushrooms as well. This is played with this. This is only my second time trying this. I got it in the mail yesterday, and I only had about 10 minutes to play with it last night. And was obviously unsuccessful at getting anything to open. So anyways, what I was saying is I've seen Georgia Jim recommend picking it counterclockwise, so you only have one shear line, and then try and get a feel, assuming you can get it open, but get a feel for where each of the pins, you know, how many clicks you get and what maybe they feel like when they're set. And then once you have operating sort of memorized, you can try picking it the other direction clockwise where you have both shear lines, but you'll know when or hopefully know when you've got to operating and can try and figure out where the other shear line is and go past in some cases or stay in other cases. So, like I said, I don't think I'm going to get this guy open. I can feel, it feels like I set some of the pins. They feel kind of jiggly and loose, and there's a couple that are firm. But I don't want to make a hour-long video of me trying unsuccessfully to pick this guy. So I'm probably going to wrap this up. But once again, I want to give Sunsebb a congratulations, and I'll put a link to his channel in the description so you can go check it out. Wish him well, join his competition, talk about your favorite lock, give it a shot at picking it. But I think that's it for me today. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a nice day. Bye.